Well, there was a bunch of commotion, and I saw the ducks move really fast, and Doug was down at the swamp, and I thought, did Doug just kill a duck or maim a duck? Well, it doesn't look like it, but it was weird. The ducks freaked, but Doug was down at the swamp. I don't know. I gotta move the cameras again. What? Oh, I got a bad connection. Okay. I'm live again. I'm back. I don't know what's going on here with this internet, but I just know one thing, that I'm having absolutely no luck keeping ducks in streams today. And I'm having no luck in getting notifications either. Nobody's even here. Oh, hey, how you doing, Coco? Joko. Anyways. Oh, people are showing up. Notifications are working. I gotta go move a cameras, because the ducks don't want to be in the bush because of the wind. What's up? I don't believe this though. Look at that. All the ducks are there, and no ducks over there where I got the cameras. So I gotta go into the bush and get cameras. And I put shorts on, it's cold. Okay, I'm gonna go in there, into the bush, drag a camera out here. I don't believe this. Every time I look out on the streams, there's no ducks in the pictures. Right. How many people? What's going on with YouTube notifications? Today is like... YouTube's broken. Hello, Inga. Yeah, it is clickbait title. I'm trying everything today, guys. I did a stream earlier when I did the turtle trap and there was 3 people with me. So like I'm trying anything here today. Like I've resorted to clickbait. I'm sorry, I have. But honestly, I was in there working because I just finished a project. I got it done, and the ducks freaked out and they all went into a circle in the middle of the garden. So I ran out onto the deck, well, hobbled onto the deck, and they were all in a circle. And then I was like, hey, where's Doug? He was nowhere to be found because Doug was sleeping on the front deck. So I whistled, and Doug was over here watching the swamp, and he really just, as slow as molasses in January, walked up to the house, and probably saw it on this stream, which I'm about to move. He came back to the house, but there was like, the ducks acted like Doug had barreled through them, but it wasn't Doug. So the wind is too much for the ducks today, because, well, you can see all the trees moving. They're not liking this, because they're all staying over here. This backwards camera action thing here, it reminds me of like I'm some kind of big YouTuber vlogging. You know how they always point in the background, so they can stay in the picture. But like I'm having no luck. But I'm just blown away by. I'm gonna give you a tour in here, guys. It's I just can't believe. Look at the change. Like, this used to be all bulrushes, and it's no longer bulrushes. Like, yeah, I'm gonna walk over here, even though my ankle is really killing me. Did that walk down to get the turtle trap? Didn't do me any good. But like, look at, it's like the ducks have destroyed it. Like, look at this area right here. Like, this is really, really drilled out. But the ducks won't come in here because it's too windy. Look at that, eh? Like, they have just drilled it right out. It's just a mud fest back here. You can see the creek, though, is just moving so slow because the ducks have been gone for a little while. See the water, how there's a clear patch of water in the creek? It's slowly moving through. There's just they just got enough water running through here to make a mess. Look at that. I'm just blown away. And it's so soft. They have done a really good job. Like, look at this. This is like, if these trees were cut out of here, maybe this winter, maybe this fall, get rid of them. Because these trees don't amount to anything. They're swamp trees. They basically they grow about twice the size they are now, and then they die. It's too wet for a tree to last in here, eh? They can't get, a young tree will grow in this type of soil, but an older tree won't. But this stuff needs to be all cut out. But I'm just blown away by the change in here. Like, it's wide open. It's considering this, you know, remember this when the fox darted out of here, what it was like, and look at it now. There's no way a fox could dart out here and not be seen. All right, I gotta move this camera. I just don't believe the water, guys. Like, they got the creek running in a whole new area. But the ducks should be in here playing, and they're not. It's too windy. You know, the ducks don't like the wind. What a shame too. So I dragged the cameras in here. I was hoping, you know, we would capture. You know, if we kept cutting over there and kept cleaning it out, because the creek goes up that hill, if we kept cutting that out, the ducks would work their way right up there. You can see the glistening of the water coming out. See, that's groundwater that's coming up right there. I don't know if you can see it in the video. Yeah, there you go. You can see it. It's seeping out of the ground. There's a creek comes from up there on the hill. That's underground creek. It's actually clean water. It's not runoff. Well, they've made it into dirty, but Inga, I'm seriously thinking about it. Maybe that needs to be cut out. You know, cut all that out and fence it. Because with the creek, you know, the ducks drilling, it wouldn't be long and it'd be like it would be a lake. Actually, if you got in here like in the winter time and dug it out with an excavator, you'd have to do it in the winter though. You couldn't come in here in the summertime. You'd disappear. The excavator would disappear. You'd have to. That would be a winter thing. But that would, and then you could fence it off. The ducks would be safe. Be clean water, spring-fed pond. You know. Because this whole area, I thought about that when I first moved in here. I was going to do that and get Canada geese, and the guy told me he'd have to come in here in the wintertime to dig the hole. They couldn't dig it in the summer; it was too soft. But it would be spring-fed, and well, underground creek, not spring, but underground creek. But like I'll just show you here, like the water is definitely coming out of the ground. That's where it's coming from. So if this was dug out, you know, like you can see, there's the running water, and it runs year-round. You know, and this whole area, this is all my property. This is all mine right here. It would be, but you'd have to do this all in the winter time. You'd have to come in here, cut all the trees out in the winter, and then dig it out. But it would be, and then put a fence around it. Electric fence. It would be a good place to have, you know, because basically it'd be right this area, right here, right. Actually, where I'm standing right now, guys, that's where you would put the creek. This area. Oh, it wouldn't be a hell of a job. You do this in the winter time. You get equipment in here, guys. It's so fast. It's amazing, you know, when you get the right equipment to do the job. Like literally. Well, you would have a crew come in with a front end loader, like a skidder loader, and all these trees would be gone in one day flat. And you would take the trees out to the swamp, pile them in a big brush pile, and you would burn them on the following year, the following winter. But you'd pile them in the swamp in the wintertime. So there'd be a big giant pile in the swamp of all these trees, and you would just leave it. And then the following winter you would burn it. And then you would have an excavator come in, and basically they're 80 bucks an hour, and he would probably be, well, 80 bucks an hour times 8, that's 640 bucks a day. Probably be 3 days they'd be in here, 3 days. So 2,000 bucks, and you'd have a private giant pond in here, spring fed. So you'd always have water coming through it, so it wouldn't get stagnant, and you wouldn't have, you know, because that's the problem with ducks. It gets so dirty, you constantly need running water coming through it. But like, there's definitely enough water. There's like, that's just one, like it's coming out of the ground, and the more you dig it, the faster the water would flow. Be like a well type situation, but you know, this is just what's seeping out of the ground. So if it was dug out up there, the water would flow faster, because there used to be a creek that came through the property on my original survey when I bought the property. There's a creek that goes up the hill up to there, and then back in the 40s when they built the highway, the creek got pushed underground, because on the other side of the highway there's no sign of the creek. It's totally gone once they built the highway. And like Inga, you're right, there'd be no turtles, because if it's fenced off, the turtles can't get in here. That's something to think about, guys, seriously. Because I'm you know, the lake's fun and it's great, but I'm telling you, it's like, I'm sick of the turtles. I'm sick of them. I'm sick of the turtles. I'm sick of the coyotes. Sick of the foxes. But I want the ducks to have lots of room. It just means it would mean a lot of fencing. But you could get away, you know, with 2-foot fencing. This whole area could be like a daytime area. You know, you could do the 2-foot fencing like I put up here. You know, I do a better job. I wouldn't do it the way it is now, but I would electrify it right along the top. You know, that fence there. and I'd put electric on the top of it, so if they decide to jump over, they get a zap with the electric. But that would just be for daytime, and then nighttime they still go in the pen, because you would have everything connected to go over to the pen. Because nothing beats the pen. The pen is the best, safest place for them, you know? Well, if there was a turtle show up, it would be so ridiculously easy to get it. Plus, if you if he did manage to somehow slither through and get into the pond, it wouldn't be hard to find him, because all you'd have to do is keep the ducks out of the water. The water would settle, it would get clear as a bell, and you'd see the thing, and you could actually jump in there and get him. And a good sized pond, like the water that's running in here, guys. I never realized how much water is running. The ducks have really done a good job of getting the water to run. Like, I'll show you here. Like, look at it. So if all this water that you see running, you know, was all like, this is all coming out of the ground. All this water is coming out of the ground. It's a nice little creek, enough to oh, very bad internet again. Oh man, I just lost the internet, so I don't even know if you guys saw that. Hang on. Okay, we're back. How can I have bad internet and then I get the... More than line into a keep pool. Oh, Inga, like if this was into a... and plus I know for a fact, you start digging this up, the water flows a lot faster. Because the ground's stopping it, eh? It would literally be like a well. You would have so much water flow. It would fill up. You would have enough water flow to keep it fresh that the ducks wouldn't... you missed a bit? Okay. I'll show you what the idea is here. Or not the idea, but I'll just show you how much more water there is. Look at it. See? Oh, is it showing up? Can you see it? Like, you know, there's water flowing everywhere here. So if this was all flowing in one spot, I wouldn't doubt all this water right here is equal to probably a 3/4 inch line running a full bore coming through. So a 3/4 inch line running full bore is lots of water to do a pond. That's like a constant filtration system to keep the pond. The title's Clickbait. Well, it wasn't clickbait because I came out and I saw the ducks all freaked out, and Doug was down at the swamp, and I thought Doug had ran through the ducks, and you know, he hurt 2 ducks yesterday, so I thought, oh well, let's put a clickbait title of Doug killed the duck today, just to get your attention. See this creek here, this one here, this is a runoff creek, and if you notice there's no water running, this here is the runoff. This is the runoff from the highway. It comes from that way, from behind the garage, goes from behind the garage and then out to the highway. So this is the runoff water, but this over here is the underground creek. And I'm really interested in this idea now. This is I'm actually, my brain is going 100 miles an hour right now thinking of this. I never realized there was so much water running there. That would be like, you could turn this area into a nice little swimming hole, fence it all off. I know just the guy to call that has the equipment to do something like this, that does this kind of stuff. Get a price. But I know it's got to be done when it's frozen. And then it would be a massive cleanup in the spring. But it would be a cool place for the ducks, wouldn't it? It'd be $2,000 to dig a hole. Well, put it this way, the duck pen was what, $5,000 to build the duck pen? This would be probably about the same amount of money. About the same amount of money as the duck pen, but we would get a private pond that would have a fence around it. It would only be a 2-foot high fence with electric on top. I'd run electric on top of it, and that would be just for the daytime. But then no more snapping turtles, no more coyotes, no more foxes. You know, and it would be a good size area, and the ducks would have just a ton of fun. And the water would constantly be, it'd be cleaner water, put it this way, be cleaner water than the lake. That's the thing, it'd be cleaner water than the lake. Because it would be, it's spring water, it's spring-fed pond. So I gotta bring this camera out, because if you notice, there's no ducks over there. But there's a camera all by itself back there. So I gotta bring it up because the ducks are all over here. They're not like in the wind. I'll be right back. Okay, why do you have to walk right into the camera? This right here, because I don't know where they're gonna go. They might go right back into the mud for us here. You know, my head right now, guys, I'm telling you, I did not realize there was that much water coming out of that creek. Because this area is, for 25 years I've been here. 25, 22, I don't know. Since 95 I've been here. And it's always been grown over, and I've never actually walked through there and seen water flowing. I knew the creek was there because my original survey shows the creek going through, because there's the creek, you know, going back at the swamp. It comes up here, goes up the hill. I know up the hill. I've gone up the hill in the spring and seen it coming out of the water coming out of the ground, but I've never seen it the way the ducks have drilled it out like this. Like that changes everything, because that's the problem when you build a pond on your property. Unless you've got like continuous water flow, it's just, you're asking for disease. You're asking for problems if you don't have continuous water. And that's the problem. That's why, you know, when people, you know, build ponds on their property, they either, you know, they have to pump water in, or it becomes a problem, or they have a natural water source. And we got a natural one sitting right here. I'm sitting right on it. Just cut all these trees down, this whole area, clean it out. My head is just spinning with ideas. It's like, because I've always wanted to have a private pond, because it's just safer, you know, for the ducks. Because if you could get rid of the predator problem, you know, it would just make it so much better. And this whole area, like, you could fence it all in with just 2-foot high fence with electric on top for the daytime. I'm gonna call the guy to come and take a look. Like I said, I had a guy here 25 years ago give me a price, and he told me like he'd have to do it in the winter time. Okay, now they're going back to the mud. Hey, I got the cameras moved. Oh. I'll just show you here. Well, guys, I'm having internet again problems. Okay, so there you go, guys. Behind there, behind that row of trees, there's the bulrushes, okay? And that's where the creek is. Because the runoff from the highway is right here. So you just take all those little trees down. I wouldn't screw it. I'd have electric. I just run an electric fence off the one at the same type I got at the what you call it, at the fence. The wind noise they're not liking. The ducks aren't liking the wind noise, Telsa. They're hating it. Because this whole area, this is all mine. I go about 700 feet that direction. 600 feet that direction is my property. It's like this whole area is mine. I can do what I want with it. No permit required for this. But it's just to have the underground water. And of course, you know, I've got the cameras moved now. Look what's going on. I don't believe this. Oh, ducks. That would be so awesome next year, hey? Be a good winter project. Clean all this out in the winter time. My brain is a-going. The guy that Crozier Excavating. There is a Crozier Electric in town. The Crozier Excavating. They Curtis, the guy that donates the gravel, who's donating the gravel for the barn upgrade. Oh, which by the way, I got that done, eh? The GoFundMe thing. It's the links below because Curtis is going to donate gravel to that. But that's the company that would come here and dig it out. I'm going to get a chair and sit in the sun. Well, we'll see how long I last. You wouldn't believe how cold it is. And I got shorts on right now. I just thought of something, guys. There's a camera set up right now with a big mic. Oh, what stream is it? The geese in the mud stream. I'm gonna sit here because we might get a goose screaming match in stereo. Just hopefully the mic can pick it up. So I'll make sure I'm in the right spot here. Yes, I am. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna sit. We got a lot of wind noise, so I don't know how it's gonna work out here. Okay, I got a camera pointing at me right there, okay? So there's a stream pointing at me. I'm gonna hunch, no, they're not gonna come over because there's a big dog just sat down in front of me. I'm the goose whisperer, but the problem, I got the goose blocker sitting here in front of me. Well, let's just see if the geese will come over with Doug here. Doug's been guarding the yard all day. He's been doing a phenomenal job, actually. I'm really impressed with him today. He's right on his game. He's been watching the swamp, watching the bush. You like the pond idea? I like it more than you, Lester. I didn't realize there was that much water over there coming out of the ground. That's a game changer. Like, that's clean, spring water, well, it's underground creek water coming out of the ground, like it's clean as a whistle. Fresh, clean water. I know he's being really good, Inga, but we better not let him know that, eh? Because you know what'll happen. He'll not be good. The breeders are coming over to see me. Okay. He'll be 5 October 31st. You probably dig it down 15 feet, 10, 12 feet. 10, 12 feet is all you need to go. You know, 10 feet and go, it all depends with the excavator, but they could, you know, you want to get the area, right? So you'd have to be, they dig and then work their way out. 10 feet's all you need though. Don't need much when you got water. Actually, you'd be determined if the water's flowing really fast when you're digging it, you don't go down very deep. You only go like 8 feet then. Because we're not trying to dig it to make a fish pond. Because usually when you want to do a fish pond, you try to go as deep as possible because it freezes in the wintertime. So you want to have it deep enough so the fish can go down. But I'm not interested in the fish pond. I want a duck pond. So like 8 feet deep is tons. And then it's the area. You want lots of area. Like I like to turn that whole area into pond. And it could be a lengthways pond too. It wouldn't have to be over like, and we could take all the dirt, the berm could go over into the bush side. But it would have to be done in the winter. But all these trees, everything would have to be gone first. I'm liking this idea. I'm gonna get the guy here to get a price. Wintertime's the best time to get this kind of stuff doing. I don't know, but it would be healthier, as in we wouldn't have botulism, because the area would be, this whole area would be penned off. It'd be so easy to find a dead carcass to get rid of the maggot problem, unless it was a frog or a snake. You know, you can't fight that one. If it's frogs or snakes, you know. Say hi to Brazil. There you go. It's a massive brain fart, Lester. Massive. Like I said, guys, I didn't realize there was so much water over there coming out of the ground. Like it's unbelievable amount of water. And I know when you dig down in situations like that, the water goes faster. Because there's less restriction. And it's an underground creek. Because up in the hill, okay, up there, like, you know, the highway goes up the hill, and what it was is the creek came across, and they built the highway, and the creek went underground. But on the other side of the highway, there's no sign of the creek; it's gone. So it turned into a spring. You know, it totally went to an underground creek. So somewhere up in the hill there's a spring that's feeding the creek, which is now underground, and comes up on my property over here on the hill. Comes up like just about 200 feet into the bush is where it comes out of the ground. And you can see when you walk in there, the bulrushes get thicker and thicker and thicker, and that's where the water comes through. Oh, cutting this, that's not a big deal. There's guys in town that do it, 20 bucks an hour, and they bring their own chainsaw. And they would do this in one day, done, finished. You know, so you look at, you know, you have 3 guys, 60 bucks an hour, you know, times 8, 480 bucks, and everything gone in one day flat. Then you get somebody here with a tractor, and you just push all the stuff into the swamp, into a big pile, you know, all the brush, and you leave it, and then you burn it the following winter when it's dry. And then when the excavator comes in, all the trees and everything's gone out of the way, so all you're dealing with is the roots, and the excavator can pull all of those out and put them aside. Because a good excavator operator can, like, it's amazing what they can do. They can, like, hook on roots and tree stumps and pull them out and actually sort the dirt and put it off to the side. I know the company that can do this. I just got to figure out, talk to them. It's expensive this time of year. Plus, it would just be a fortune to get them in there because it's so soft. They'd have to bring a whole bunch of special equipment. It's just like I need a whole bunch of special equipment right now to capture them with filming because they've all gone into the mud, and I've got the cameras all facing me. Can't win. I'm gonna go turn the camera around. They're not coming over to see me. They're more interested in the mud right now. Yeah, they're all in the mud. Can't win. Yeah. They're actually in the area. No, Doug. Sit. Sit. Stay. Are you going to be a good dog? Are you going to stay? Oh. Oh, I got the release word. I don't know what that was, but he released. Doug, sit. Sit, Doug. Doug, sit. Sit. Like he knows the word. Stay there. It's like, it's got to be like it's his idea, you know? I don't want to look at him because it seems if I look at him, see, he's being good right now, see? He knows the words. It's just he chooses when he wants to listen to it, you know what I mean? Alright, I'm going to turn this camera around to capture some duck action in the mud. It's not the best duck action in the mud, but oh, the dog is behind me. Oh. And he looks at me with his big eyes and he's like, oh, I love you dearly. Oh. The goose came over and then Doug went towards the goose and the goose like, no, I don't want you, I want him. That was funny. Yeah, I know, he snuck up on me. But the geese were sneaking up on me, and then Doug went towards the geese, and they went, no, we don't want nothing to do with that dog. All right. Okay, nobody's in, put Doug in the shed, put you in the shed. I know, but Doug spent 12 days in the house. I'm not gonna put him inside anywhere. He can be outside. This is Doug. Doug's not limping, so there's no reason to put him in the shed. I'm gonna shut it down. My ankle is killing me from walking to the creek with the turtle trap, the failed turtle trap. I still have to do my computer work. I don't believe this. Now they're coming out of the mud. I almost have to sit down here and just be the cameraman today. Okay, but please stop saying my name. I don't say your name. I'm all cute dog. Okay, sorry. Doug's a good rotten dog. Yeah, he is. He's the best, worst dog I've ever had. All in one. Best, worst, rotten, defiant, stubborn, lovable, cuddle. He's got so many personality traits. Some good, some bad. Some desirable, some undesirable. You know what I mean? So I got the links done for the GoFundMe winter project, and I think we've just come up with a new project for 2018, which will be something we will address this winter. I'm going to start researching it. I think it would be a good winter project, and I think it would be awesome. The ducks in their own private pond. Wouldn't that be awesome? Oh, look at this. I'm not walking back over there. The ducks have totally moved, guys. Totally moved. They're trying to wear me out here. And my ankle's so sore. gonna sit down here. Sit down with the dog. I know. As soon as I move the camera, they've done a complete circle now, and I'm too sore to walk down there. What was that, Don? A new pond? Not what was that? Hang on here. Where is it? A new pond, and not that deep. Oh, it won't have to be deep. 8 feet maximum. Maximum 8 feet. No. Like, it's not like a fish pond where you gotta go down like 12, 16 feet. 6 feet's not enough with the muck. Trust me, 8 feet, you dig it 8, and by the time it settles and everything happens, it'll be 6 in a matter, it'll be 5 in a matter of time. Muck rolling in from the sides, that kind of stuff. Yeah, I like this idea. I'm looking at it. But you don't know, my buddy has one, he dug it like 16 feet deep, but that was for fish. He has bass in his pond, and he needed deep for the winter time. I'm not interested in fish. I just want ducks. But the fact that we got running water, continuous running water, clean, fresh running water, that I never realized it. Anyways, something new discovered today that I did not know. I knew water was running, but I didn't think that much. Sort of exciting when I'm thinking about it here for the winter time. Get this planned out. The spring's on the hill, and it's coming out of the ground just over where the ducks are drilling. No. You're still gonna get mosquitoes. The only way around that is soap in the water, so the mosquito larvae. Actually, you don't have to worry about that because the ducks will eat the larvae. You don't have to worry about that. I just thought about that. That's don't need to do anything. Mosquitoes they won't last too. They lay their eggs there, and the larvae would be boom. Ducks would be eating them. Oh, it's a good spot. Fence it all in. Put electric fence. It's a perfect spot during the day. The ducks don't get all destroyed by predators. No turtle problems. And they're still and they can go to the lake once in a while. They don't have to be permanently in there, but it's like it would make it a lot easier. Like right now, you don't have no idea how much better it is right now. Because we're not losing any ducks. The ducks are still having fun. They're still running around. They're playing. They just can't swim right now. But they are playing in water, cleaning themselves. They are playing in the water non-stop, actually. Yeah. Less stress, I know. What? I just got a 2,500. No way. Really? I guess you wouldn't lie to me anyways, Leslie. I know that. Okay. Let me... Yeah, I did wash my boots off. I gotta go see this. I just did it. Yep. All right. Leslie wouldn't lie. Well, I don't know if it's a secret supporter, Janie. I haven't looked. Hang on. Let me look. I gotta switch glasses. Any minute I'm gonna be told that I have a bad internet connection here because I'm on the outside. Okay, I just forgot my password to get into my computer. No way. I don't believe this. We just got two $2,500 anonymous donations. I'm in total blown away shock here, guys. I gotta log into my account to see if this is the secret person that doesn't want to be known. I'm like, I gotta call my buddy and book to get the barn done. I'm in shock, guys, right now. I am. I just forgot my password. Oh, what is my password? I don't believe this. I shouldn't say I don't believe this. No way. Oh man, I can't say who it is. Man, oh man, this is unbelievable. I can't believe this. Fairy godmother and somebody else that everybody would be totally blown away by. Unbelievable. Well, I'm oh man, this is unbelievable. I don't even, I'm so shocked. I gotta close the screen just in case I accidentally show it on screen here, because I don't want, they want to be anonymous. Well, we're so close now. I gotta book the barn. I gotta call my buddy, and this is for sure. It's happening. Absolutely, it's gonna happen. There's no way we can't raise the remaining 2,000 to do this, finish this job. Tom, it blows me away. Yeah, Barb, there's a link below. There's a link below. I gotta get a chair. I'm in shock. Man, why did she have to do it anonymously? Both of them. Yeah, I wish they would let us acknowledge them. Like, it's like, I would just like to say thank you. I would like everybody to say thank you, because we all get so much enjoyment out of this. But hey, that's the kind of people we attract in this place, you know? It's like we just do it because it's the right thing to do. Not because we're doing it for recognition, you know? I'm in shock. But I gotta call my buddy and tell him we're doing the barn. Absolutely, for sure. The barn is going to happen. Like, there's no way we can't get the $2,000 to finish the barn off by the 12th of October. There's no way. It's so the geese are officially all staying. It's official. Totally official. So the goose shack's going to get upgraded so that that we can have all the geese. And the barn's going to get fixed so that we can have all the ducks, all the female ducks. I did, Inga, forget the password. I was in such shock, I was shaking at the keyboard. I got a sick stomach now, guys. It's like, I didn't expect this today. Like, I thought I was going to have to be, you know, whining all month. I wasn't looking forward to this. And two people single-handedly took us like right over the top on this. Well, I'm so happy we're going to have room for more ducks. The ducks are going to have a solarium on the front. I'm going to be able to take my hydro poles, and I can come out the front of the barn. It's going to be awesome, guys. We're going to have like a little place for the ducks outside in the wintertime. So on nice sunny days, they can be out, more room in the barn. So it's only extreme lockdowns that they're confined to the back of the barn. So this means like we can easily keep 100 females. Like 100 females is a lot of ducks, but we're going to have the room this year. And all the geese. That's the cool part. because I'm just going to separate the geese in the pen. Man, we got a busy. I got some busy ahead of us here, and live stream it all. That's just awesome, unbelievable. I'm blown away. I'm blown away. Like, I'm sitting here speechless. And I know they're watching. These two people are watching, and I hope you guys can see what you've done to me here. I don't know what to say. I can't even have a drink. I have nothing here because I'm detoxing. Oh man, no, I'm not detoxing. I just didn't. I don't have anything here. So it's. I guess we could say this is official. All the geese and a lot of ducks are going to be staying for the big hatch next year. No, the nuts. I'm staying away from the nuts. Oh, Inga, you have no idea how awesome this is. The pressure. The best part is I'm going to be able to phone my buddy and tell him that, yeah, this is absolutely for sure. Because, see, I had tentatively booked him for the barn. And he was like, you got to give me a firm date. And I said, well, I said, I'm going to start the fundraiser and we'll see how it goes. And see, he works, like when he does jobs, he works weeks in advance. So, like, you got to literally book him a month ahead of time this time of year. And the end of the fall... in the fall, everybody's rushing to get jobs done. Like, everybody's rushing to get jobs done. So I need to book them now for the the middle of October to do the barn. Because I know for a fact we can do the remaining 2,000 on the barn from now till then. I know we can. I know we can. What have you missed, Ford? We just had the socks blown off the duck adventure. Or we could also say the bar has just been risen a little higher and Matt's got to really perform now. That's another way of looking at it, It's like they're keeping the pressure on me. They're keeping the pressure on me. It's like... And not only that did we get 2 anonymous massive donations to make this happen, is we just came up with a massive brainwave that I did not know that I had enough underground water coming up that we could have a private pond for the ducks next year. And not have to deal with snapping turtles, foxes, and coyotes. And the ducks would still have a massive, at least 2 acres of free ranging, and they could go to the lake once in a while, But they could be, a lot safer. Work ahead for Matt. Yeah, I know it's going to be great, and you're going to sit there watching me and going, yeah, I love watching this guy bust his yeah, you know what I mean. It's like I was worried. I was really worried because like we got the fundraiser for the homeless. And I was like, oh man, to do this fundraiser on top of the homeless fundraiser, because the homeless it's October 12th, that one's the deadline. And I was a little bit worried. I said, how am I going to pull off 2 fundraisers at the same time to do this? And it's like, boom, an hour, 45 minutes after I post the I gotta get a higher, but I post the the link. I knew one was, one person, they had told me they were going to come in and do it because they had contacted me like a month ago. But the second person, I did not expect that. I'm shell shocked right now. I'm totally shell shocked. I'm speechless. I'm speechless. I am. And all the ducks have just left the second stream. They're all back in the yard again. and I have the camera pointing at a swamp with no, or a bush, mud with no ducks in it. I can't win. Oh. But I'm just thinking, you know, this winter is going to be so awesome, wiring everything up. Because both buildings are going to be live streamed. It's going to be just, my head's spinning, guys, now, because it's like, it's going to happen. I don't have to worry about this. You know what I'm thinking about now? It's like, I'm thinking about permanent live streaming inside the buildings now for the wintertime. That's what I'm thinking about right now. I'm thinking about how I'm going to do this permanent live streaming inside and live streaming outside. My brain is just going. It's like, I'm calling my buddy. As soon as I end this stream, I'm going to phone him. So, and tell him it's a go for sure. The barn, I'm booking him and his crew for the barn job, and I'm going to start working on the stuff I need for the metal shed, and start figuring out what I got to take things out of there, and start taking and I want to put some electrical plugs on the outside of the shed before I even do the installation, because I thought about that. It wouldn't be a bad idea to put some plugs on the outside of the shed. You know, just little things. My head was going like before I do the installation job, because I've always wanted plugs on the outside of the shed, but because I'm sick of running extension cords inside. You like the idea of watching me work, don't you, Inga? A lot of you like to watch me work. It's a lot of pressure, you know, when you set the camera up and you people are watching you work. It's a lot of pressure. I'm hatching my own next year, Jeff. I'm going to go back to hatching my own. I'm going to live stream. Major. The biggest live streaming hatch on YouTube ever is what we're going to do next year. Complete with sarcasm and grumpy man. With a heart of gold. With a whole bunch of great fans. That's what's going to happen here next year. I want a live stream hatch. Everything. Some of you won't like what you see during the live stream hatch, because there is brutal things that happen that you can't, you know, you just can't do anything about. It's just the way nature is, but you're going to be able to see. It's a cool end of the day for you. It's cooler for me, Inga. You have no idea. Doug, no. Calm down. It's a crow. It's a crow, Doug. Relax. No. No running. It's a crow right above us. No! It's just a crow. He's groaning. I'm holding his back end down, and he's groaning like, "Oh, let me go." Calm down. Okay, he's calmed. Yeah, we're gonna live stream hatch big time. We're gonna do our whole hatch next year. I'm gonna just hatch till I drop. So who knows? But I know like 100 females, that'll give us enough eggs to no problem hitting lots of ducks. Lots of ducks, like solid 600 hatch times 5 hatches, so 50% success rate, so 1,500 ducks if things go right. I'm pumped and scared now, because everybody's I got the bar set now. It's like expectations have been set now. Doug's relaxed though. He's chilling. Why not Metzer? Because I'm gonna hatch. I want to hatch. I didn't hatch this year because I was like the Metzer Farms came along and offered it, which was a great thing they did. And I had the learning curve, the massive learning curve, and the infrastructure set up to do the live streaming. But I'm ready now to do the next level, which is live stream it all, hatching the works, you know. So I want to hatch live on YouTube. That's what I want to do specifically. I don't want to just hatch. I want to hatch live on YouTube. That's what I want to do. And the concussion. That was another thing. But the concussion was more along the line, screwed me up on my editing, which pushed me down the path of the live streaming. Well, actually, it was that anonymous donor that got the ball rolling. That got us onto the live stream. And then we started down the live stream learning curve path, which was a brutal path to go down. So, but this year we'll have time to figure everything out. How will I? You won't have any time to go to work, Inga. It's going to be crazy here next year. So much hatching, so much going on. It's going to be like this is turning into a massive TV show. Well, bigger than a TV show, because TV's dying. This is a massive internet show, massive live internet show with one person. I think I'm going to have to get help here soon. Doug can have babies? No, Doug can't. He's a male and he's been denuded. He has no nothings. Adopt you to help Ford. It's gonna be the winter. I'm looking forward to the winter. This is gonna be so awesome. I can't believe this. I'm totally in shock. I have to do some private thank yous to these people. Well, you're going to see winter live this year, which is going to be like totally different. My head's spinning here, guys, on ideas. I can see some live streaming upgrades happening so that we can really crank her up. Plus, I'm just thinking already. I'm already thinking about this private pond over there. I'm thinking that is like, I don't know why I never looked at it more before. I think next year is going to be just crazy here. Like really crazy, as in good crazy. Because I'm thinking, my brain's going here. Now I got the barn going, I got the sheds going, it's going to happen. The little pond is where the ducks are drilling in the mud, Chloe. That whole area, they've opened it up and you can see the creek now running out of the ground. There's like tons of water flow coming out of the ground. If it was dug up, it would be just like an awesome little pond. And it's like amazingly cheap to get equipment here to do this stuff in the wintertime. Oh yeah, the garden too, obviously. Which obviously would have to have a fence around it because the ducks it'd be right in the middle of the thoroughfare to the pond. This is awesome, guys. I can't believe it. We're gonna be, the barn's happening, the geese are staying. The Duck Adventure's getting a serious winter upgrade. Serious upgrade. It's like I gotta do some private thank yous though. This is awesome stuff. The title's Clickbait because YouTube this afternoon I was doing streams. I only had 3 people show up. I did a whole stream and there's only 3 or 5 people for the whole stream. So I thought I'm going to do a clickbait title in the next one. But there was a little bit of a reason at the beginning of it because Doug, I thought, had ran over the ducks, but he didn't. It was the wind. The ducks got all freaked out in the wind, and then Doug came back from the swamp and everything was cool. But I thought, nah, let's talk about it. Let Doug kill the duck and see who clicks on it. And you clicked on it, Sarah, thinking the worst. And it's nothing but good news here today. Nothing but good news. Like seriously good news today. The geese are looking at me, but Doug's laying beside me. They want to come over. Here, I'm going to zoom in for you guys. Oh, neighbor shooting. They were looking at me thinking, oh, we're going to come over. And then they saw Doug laying beside me and like, no. Oh. That sounds like it's my neighbor right beside me. And nobody shoots that fast if you're doing target practicing. That's I don't. I'm gonna walk around here, guys, because this is the. I heard this yesterday, and it was just crazy the amount of shooting. And I was thinking nobody's target practice and shoots that fast, you know. I'm gonna listen here. The wind's blowing from the end of the lake right now, so if they're shooting on their field, it would sound closer because the wind's blowing down the lake. And it is that this time of year when they start sighting their rifles in. Yeah, so I'll give you the rundown. While we're out here walking around, and we've already achieved like over $5,000 of our goal on the upgrade. So the plan of action is I'm going to insulate this shed, and I'm going to put some plugs on the outside of it, like I said, so that I've got plugs outside. But this is going to be the goose shed, and I gotta take everything out of here. I gotta strip everything out. Take out the dividers that I have, the orange or yellow dividers. I'm gonna clean it all out, take the racking off, everything. I'm leaving the exhaust fan, and then I'm gonna put some kind of false ceiling in. And I gotta drop that electrical. I gotta figure out something. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna do this. I might wrap around the outside edge. I don't know yet. We'll see. But the I gotta put the styrofoam, 2-inch styrofoam, do the whole walls in 2-inch styrofoam. And rearrange the electrical and all that kind of neat stuff. And then that way the geese can be in here, and it's not going to be ice cold, and I don't need to have any heat lamps or anything in here. So, and then on the walls, I'm going to put the 4-foot Coroplast plastic on the walls, bottom 4 feet, so the geese don't eat the styrofoam. So this will be the official goose home, which I can put a barrier up. I'll put a gate right here actually, and we'll section it off so that the geese will have this area over here in the wintertime. I'll use some fencing, and I'll go across here, this area. So the ducks, well, the geese will basically probably have this side of the pen over here, and the ducks will have that side. If I insulate from the outside, I won't have to move anything. But if I insulate from the outside, that means I got to cover all the styrofoam because the UV will deteriorate it. You don't insulate buildings from the outside in this part of the world. You insulate them on the inside because this is the outside. This is meant to be the weather side. So the ducks would have this side. So, and then then I can leave them. The ducks in there with their gazebo on the front of the barn, because what I'm going to do is I've got those 40-foot or 50-foot hydro poles, and when I replace the logs on the bottom, I'm going to bring the hydro poles out, and then the barn will be sectioned off like just the way it is right there now, and this area here will be open, and I'll fill it with gravel and then put patio stones down, and then I can put one of those, either those plastic sheds on top, or what you call it, like a gazebo polycarbonate type stuff. I haven't figured out yet. I've got the logs to build it, but it'll be something that I can get away with without having to get a permit. And so this area will be like a solarium. Solarium, that's the word. A solarium for the ducks in the winter. And I can open this up because once the barn's fixed, this wall over here won't be held together by this door. And so that means I can open the barn. I'll put a new barn door on, but I'll be able to open the barn door, and the ducks will have this area in the wintertime. Like these silly ducks right now that are trapped in here. So, no, it's not a telephone pole. It's electric. It's a hydro pole, electric, for power. It's big. I showed them before. No, I didn't show you guys. They're big. They're big 50-foot poles. Like big. Big. They're like, if you were to buy them, they're like $2,000 each. I got 3 of them out front. They came when Hydro replaced all the poles on the highway. And they replaced everything. And I got like about a dozen of them. I sold a bunch of them. But I've had these 3 for the last 5 or 6 years sitting out there that I never sold. So, you rent a tower. Why does everybody keep talking about renting a tower? I'm in a valley. I'm in a hole. You don't put towers in a hole. Plus, there's towers all around me. There's a tower up on that hill over there. There's a big tower. There's a big tower right there. There's actually 2 towers up on that hill over there. A microwave tower, actually a cell tower and a microwave tower, which I can't figure out the cell tower because I got no signal here, but yet there's a cell tower right over there. So the signal goes right over my property. We're going to the front to show you what a hydro pole looks like. You can always use another tower. Okay, Maria. Look at that, the little ducks out roaming around. My neighbor's, he's got to be, I just got to complain about that. He's sighting a rifle in, taking that many shots. It's ridiculous. She only has like 2 or 3 shots to sight a rifle in, right? I'm in a lot of pain, Susan, doing this. You know, I hope you appreciate this because I'm walking like 300 feet to show you what a hydro pole looks like. With a gimped ankle, wearing Crocs, because I was supposed to be sitting on my deck. Oh, I can't believe this. It's happening, man. It's happening. Okay. So there's the hydro poles. See them? They're 50-footers. Okay? That's what's going to be on the bottom of the barn. All right? You know what they are now? So, they're big poles. I used to have like a dozen of them. But I got exactly left what I need to do the job on the barn. So, I'm excited. I'm going to call my buddy, book him. It's happening. They're big poles. I know. That right there, Inga, like let's say even buying them used, like around here locally, if you can find somebody who's got them used, you're looking at about $700 a piece plus delivery. So to get 2 poles, plus to get those 3 poles delivered, you're probably looking at about $2,500 used. If you could find. Oh, I'm blurry. Am I gone? No, they're not creosote. They're pressure treated, actually. Am I back? Watching the ad? So I left and then you came back? Okay, am I back here, guys? Tell me, somebody tell me if I'm back. Because I'm walking around my yard limping, thinking that I'm not. Okay, I'm back? I'm waiting. Am I back? Opal says I'm back. Okay, I'm back. Okay, I'm back. All right. So to get those 3 poles delivered, okay, get them to, you know, if I could find 3 used hydro poles in this part of the world delivered, that's like about $2,500 to get those delivered. and I got them sitting here. So that's like a major savings right off the bat. Oh, I need that drink of water bad. Am I blurry right now, guys? Because it says that I have a really bad internet. Front end loader is how I will move those. When they dig out the, well actually it was excavator. When I dig out the, my buddy comes here with the excavator to fix the barn, they have a front end, an excavator boom, and they'll bring it. It's blurry, I should be clear now. You should get 720 if you hit F5. So, that's what's happening here. I'm blurry still. Pixelated. Low res. Okay, let me try something. Hang on, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I somehow switched to the house. I don't know how that happened. Okay, so we have a project that's going to happen here this fall. It's definitely going to happen. I cannot see it not happening, put it that way. I'm really excited. Now it's very good, Tom. I'm glad. I went offline. I'm back, Maria. I somehow switched to the house when I walked out front to show you guys the hydro poles. So the hydro poles are a big savings. It's going to happen. Now I know for a fact that I've got lots of work to do this fall. And I've already got another project lined up for after that. The pond for this winter. So lots is going to happen here. Pretty exciting stuff. I'm excited about a duck pond next year. The Achilles tendon? Yeah, I know, I know. I need to heal. But people are coming up with work projects for me to keep me going. Well, Doug, stay close. Hey, come here. Okay, something's just freaking the ducks out. Okay, what is doing this? What's flying? Oh, seagull. Look at this. Look at this behind me. See, everybody's freaked out? There's a seagull. They all get all, that's what they did to me earlier. So I bet you that's what it was. Doug was down at the swamp and it was a seagull that circled the yard because I was at my desk and I came running outside. Okay, sit, Doug. All right. So, it's been an exciting afternoon here. We've had lots of things happen. We had 2 big, massive anonymous donations towards the Duck Winter Upgrade Fund. And we've got a brain fart that I've discovered that I've got enough water flow to have a creek. I can have a pond for the ducks, a private pond. I'm going to be hatching next year here, live on YouTube, which that was the plan anyways. That's not new news. But it is sort of new news because now that we're going to upgrade the barn and fix the goose shed, it's absolutely going to happen. We're going to be streaming next year a lot of hatching. And I had my socks blown off by 2 very generous donations. Big time donations. Huge, massive. One that I knew was coming because they had contacted me anonymously, but the second one, one sock got blown off and then the second sock got blown off right after that. Oh, Inga, the hatching is going to be pretty neat. It's going to be pretty neat. I'm excited about that because this is going to be big time hatching. We're going to get lots of subs, snowflake subs are going to show up, and they'll leave, once they discover what I'm like, but they'll be here for the hatch anyways, you know what I mean? No, I don't need to upgrade the hatcher. I just got to do a parts. This is to go through my parts situation, make sure I got lots of parts. And now I know who donated. Was it, what are people saying they donated? Matt, be careful because now you'll get lost. No, don't worry. If somebody jumps on here and says they're the donators, I will quickly hammer them down because I know who did it. I know who they are. You don't, I do. The GoFundMe for the homeless, I'm not worried about that. Because I'll start whining about that soon, constantly. And that'll be taken care of. That's for the homeless, man. If we can just rally up what we just did for the winter for the ducks, I'm not worried about the homeless. It's not like I'm not worried like they take care of themselves. Every year, guys, I want to get you guys all to know this, okay? Because everybody always says this to me. They get worried about the GoFundMe for the homeless, and this is my 3rd year doing it. And this is the exact same thing that happens every year. And the first year it stressed me out. I'm not going to lie. Oh, thank you so much, Sue. $30. Pumpkin Sue. Nice little pumpkin across the screen here. A nice $30 tip. Thank you so much. Every year this happens, okay? The first year with the GoFundMe for the homeless, I was worried because it was at the end and I got like all freaked out and stressed out and it was bad, okay? And then we had an anonymous donor jump in at the end and donated almost, I think it was $3,000 at the end. And they told me because they saw me stressed out and they wanted to make sure that we hit our target. Last year, this anonymous donor offered to back me if we didn't make it, and I said no, don't worry about it, man, because everybody always does this to me, you know. They always drag it out to the end and everybody waits to the end to see, you know, at the end if if we're going to hit our target, and that's when people jump in. And I've learned that now, you know. That's just the way it happens. It's the same with the expenses, you know. If you've not noticed the expenses this year, I'm spending the money and the money's coming in exactly as I'm spending it because I do everything transparently so everybody can see what's going on here. And it's like, when people see that I've spent more money than what I've gotten in, they help out the show, you know, because we're doing this to feed the homeless. It's not, you know, so Matt can get a whole bunch of ducks for his freezer. That isn't what we're doing, you know. Or Matt could, we gotta get Adam. Someone block Adam, please, for me. I'm not doing this to, for my personal enrichment. You know what I mean? We're actually doing something worthy here, and that's why I'm not worried about it, because it'll happen. I looked at it this morning, and it's like, we'll be there. We're not worried about it. And it'll be like last year. It'll be all right at the end, and the money will come in, and I'll write the check to the processor. I'll write the check to the transport company. The ducks will leave, and you almost unblocked Dominga. Don't be doing it on a touchpad. So I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about it at all. I'm starting to get the feel of how this works, you know. When you're doing something like this that's a good cause and you're doing it transparently, people see that. So I'm not worried about it. You know? We're trending on some Polish place. That's possible. Or that guy's need to be banned. He's spelling mistakes. We're trending somewhere because we're getting the idiots again. So that's going to be the problem, next year, with the hatches. You think the ducklings were an attractor for trolls? Wait till you see what happens when you're hatching ducklings, and then the people that say that I'm killing ducklings and that I'm not doing it wrong. That's going to be good, When people tell me I'm doing it wrong, that's going to be awesome. Just sitting there watching everybody tell me how to hatch ducks. Yeah, I know you'll hammer the Minga because I've got a bunch of nasty women here as moderators. It's like, I got the best. I got the best hammers on YouTube. Oh, everybody knows best, Lara. Everybody. And you go to their channel, and they always have lots of evidence supporting their claims. Not, if you know what I mean. They have nothing on their channels, but they, you know, and meanwhile I've got everything on my channel, and it's like, oh, I don't know, I've been doing it quite a lot. There's a lot of proof, but I'm looking forward to live hatching. I'm really looking forward to it. Actually, it's quite exciting, the thought of live hatching. The geese are getting worked up here, guys. But see, Doug's sitting here beside me, so that's screwing them up. They want to come over. But Doug's sitting here. And I'm not putting Doug inside because he's really dirty. Like really, really, really dirty. He was rolling in dirt. Like if I slap him right now, it's a dust storm. Well, the geese are really happy because they just found out that they got a home. They're not leaving. Right, Doug? The geese are staying. Is that exciting? Yeah. It is, isn't it? You're cooking yourself, dog. We're trending somewhere. You guys are doing a lot of banning and timing out here. We got some idiots showing up. The geese aren't big fans of Doug. I want to hatch, Charlie. Why does everybody have a hard time with this? You don't want to see me hatch? I want to hatch. Specifically, I want to hatch live on YouTube because I want to do like 5 or 6 hatches on YouTube. You know? Because just imagine, like I got, you know, this live stream thing, I got it all figured out, guys. So I just got to figure out how to get cameras inside the hatcher so that it's perfect streams, you know, like perfect streams. So that when you go on the channel and you see like a 1080p perfect stream of hatching, you know, that's what I want to do. I want to take all my live streaming learning curve and I want to apply it towards hatching. Because I've gone through a pretty good learning curve here. You got to think about it, guys. You know, one thing about, you know, April, I knew nothing about this stuff. Now I'm hatching I'm hatching. I'm streaming just to stream. I'm a serial streamer. I never thought I'd be a crazy streamer like this, though. I thought I was just going to stream ducks. The geese, though, they're thinking of coming over. Like, they're looking. But they're like, oh, there's that dog. Yeah, see? Well, here's the thing, guys. Now, this is, I'm going to let, there's some more excitement happening here. I don't know if we can handle the excitement today. There's a lot of excitement I'm going to dump on you guys right now. Okay, so you know, usually my first hatch is the first week of June, okay? Normally, first week of June, all right? And I do that because of weather, all right? So I time my hatch, so it's like the May 28th time after that, the first hatch, okay? Because of the weather and because we need the barn. But here's the thing, all right? Because the barn's going to be fixed and I'm going to have more room to play with, I can start hatching earlier. I can start hatching the beginning of May. So that means I can start incubating the first week of April, you know? You know what I mean? So that means we can start hatching earlier, which means I can do more hatches. Because the only thing that stops me from hatching, there's 2 things that stop me. One, it gets too late in the season. It's too late to have the little ducklings here because, you know, they got to leave in October. And 2, the ducks start laying eggs. So it means that I can hatch right through from the beginning of May right through to the end of June. 2 months solid of hatching. Lots of bonuses to all this upgrading we're doing here. So, you know what I mean? So that means if I start hatching the beginning of May, that means 2 hatches a month. Every 2 weeks you can do a hatch. So 2, 4, May, June, 2, 4. use 6 hatches. And if the ducks are pumping out, so we have 100 females, and that means they're pumping out, you know, good whack of eggs, we can have 600 eggs in the incubator or in the hatcher every 2 weeks. Because my incubator will hold 1,184 eggs. So if we can keep the eggs pumping through, we're talking 590 eggs every 2 weeks going through the incubator or through the hatcher. So that means we could have a lot. Well, no, you only get 50%. It's like things go right with 1,500 ducks hatched here, live on YouTube, all live. So that means we're gonna have it'll be just continuous live stream hatching. Oh, and goslings thrown in there too. Because, well, I've got 3 trays I got 3 goose egg trays for the hatcher. So, and we have no idea. Here's another thing too, is that because, you know, I'm not big into breeding purebreds, I just sort of let them do what they want to do with each other, sort of like a free-for-all on the mating. Because I don't like, you know, I'm not big into this, you know, I'm not one of these people that have to breed, breed specific. Let them go at it. We don't know what the geese will do. You know, like, will the Chinese geese breed with Lucy? You know, will you know, the other, when they start crossing with each other, what are we going to get? You know, like we could get like completely screwy looking geese, like cool looking, but just not normal. You know what I mean? Which is even better. You know what I mean? Because if they stick out, they get names, and then they get to stay. But we gotta watch it how many geese we keep here, because it's we're gonna have a lot of geese as it is. A super African with Lucy, who knows? A kinder surprise, basically. Yep, Inga, that's it. The kinder surprise of breeding. Okay, Doug's leaving us. It's too hot. Maybe the geese will come over now. See? He's gonna go over to the garage. Is that what he's doing? Yeah. Okay, so Doug's going in the shade. Okay, so if Doug's going in the shade, they could start coming over here to see us. And a goose just got up, guys. Oh, no, Doug's coming back. Okay, why are you coming back, Doug? That makes no sense, dog. Why'd you just do that? That is bizarre. Doug! Okay, Doug's all stressed out. And then my neighbor's not shooting, so I don't know what he's stressed about. That's the strangest dog, eh? I could shoot, like, right here beside the deck and it wouldn't even faze him. But my neighbor shoots and it freaks him out. Yeah, he's stressed out. Doug, lay down. Come on, lay down. Lay down. Lay down. You're not listening. Lay down. Lay down. Come on, Doug, lay down. No, not get closer to me. Okay, lay down. Okay, Doug's totally stressed out for some reason. He hears something that I don't hear right now. But I know one thing, I gotta clean his ears. I gotta go get some ear cleaner, guys. I have some here. His ears are dirty today. He's got his ears pulled back. Look at him. He's totally stressed out right now. And there's like not a sound. Everything is calm as could be here. It's bizarre, Inga. I'm not figuring this out at all, because like there's no gunshots. We haven't had a gunshot in 25 minutes. It's just bizarre how he doesn't like gunshots, but yet I can shoot. He can sit right beside me and it doesn't matter to him, you know? Like I could shoot like crazy. Well, the day I was sighted the rifle in, you know, he was laying behind me the whole time, didn't even bother him. But you know, if the neighbor's down the lake shooting, he gets all freaked out. He feels my excitement? No, it's not that, it's something else. I don't know. understand. So, how does the turtle win? I don't understand how the turtle wins. I think the turtle's losing right now. He hasn't gotten any ducks. You know? But I'm pumped. So we got lots of things happening, guys. So today is a big day on the duck adventure. One of our biggest days yet. For tons of reasons. More reasons than I can even shake a stick at, actually. I can't believe everything that's transpired here this afternoon. Didn't expect this. I thought I was actually, you know what I thought was going to be happening here this afternoon? I thought I was going to be napping on the couch. That's what, before I turned this stream on, I wasn't going to turn the stream on. I was just going to move the cameras and I was going to go nap on the couch. Because I'm up for a nap. I'm a little bit tired because I wasn't supposed to stream yesterday and I did, and I wasn't supposed to stream today and I am. I need help. But I got some big time help today by 2 anonymous donors and some other donors, and the duck adventure is getting upgraded big time for this winter. We're going to be streaming ducks in the new buildings. We're going to have more ducks. We're going to have more geese. We're going to have big time hatching live on YouTube next year. We potentially going to have a private pond here next year also. Because the only reason I've never thought of a private pond is water, and we've discovered today that I've got tons because of what the ducks have done over there. I can see the landscape now, and we have the ability to have a private pond for the ducks. So no more snapping turtles, no more coyotes, no more fox problems. It's pretty awesome what happened here this afternoon, all in the last 72 minutes. Some pretty action-packed stuff in 72 minutes has happened here. Man, I'm tired from all the excitement. I'm blown away. I can't believe it. I just don't believe it, actually. And I gotta phone my buddy. I gotta go do that, like right away, and book him. So, because we need to get this absolutely nailed down, and it's gonna happen. I'm excited. I'm excited about streaming Fixing the Barn. You guys are gonna be excited, interested in seeing. I should say excited. Well, I'm excited too, but interesting to see how they do this. It's pretty neat stuff. How they cable it all together so they can lift the barn up so that it doesn't fall apart. So it's gonna be pretty neat. Have a good night, Ford. I'm excited about streaming it. But it is going to be like big warning, you know, I might have to put an R-rated sign inside the scene all the time because they are contractors and they're pretty rough and they do swear. They can't help themselves, eh? It's bad. It's bad. I stand there talking to them and say, you know, you just swear it again? Well, I didn't. They don't even know they're doing it, you know, so it's like, I'm just as bad when the camera's off and I'm with them, but when I turn the camera on, I can turn it off, but they can't. So we'll have a little R-rated sign in the scene all the time, warning people, you know, don't don't be offended. These guys aren't normal. They're special guest stars. So, but they're experts in what they do, and we need an expert to jack the barn up because I can't do it. Because I had an idea on how to jack the barn up, and I found out that all my ideas were wrong. You don't do it that way. So you have to get somebody that knows how to do it. Somebody who's done it before. Special swear stars, exactly. Construction guys on the site, yeah, warning sign, yeah. I will come up with something. Foul language, spelled with a W. Oh, for real though. You follow me? Oh, I gotta show you. This little duck. Look at it. A swear jar, they wouldn't participate in it. Okay, the little duck was doing some serious bug hunting there. I was trying to capture it for you. It was running around like an inch off the ground. Maybe it'll do it again here. Come on, Doc. I got the camera on you. The animals, eh? They never perform when you want them to. Yeah, look at that, eh? It was running around. It was really quite cute. But of course, I got the camera switched around. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go get some ear cleaner for my dog because I've got some in the house and I've got to clean his ears because I've just noticed they're really dirty. And I got to phone my buddy to confirm that we are wide open October the 13th because the ducks leave the 13th or the 12th. They leave on the 12th. It's the 12th. So basically the 13th is Friday, 14th, 16th of October. So I got to book them for the Monday, the 16th of October. And I got to start organizing to do the goose shed. Lots of exciting stuff. Very exciting stuff, actually. I'm really pumped about it. It's pretty cool. And I got some, like I said, I've got the most awesome fans on YouTube that make this happen. And today we had some really big ones appear anonymously. And I'm like I said, I was speechless there. I'm calmed down a lot more now, but it's been a good brains fart 76 minutes here and a lot of exciting stuff. It's going to be exciting season. So I'm going to go and take care of my dog's ears and make a phone call and send some private thank yous off to some big donors that are enabling this. They're enablers. That's what they are. We're going to see how long I can serial stream, until I drop. So until then, till later, duck feeding, lock up time, all that kind of neat stuff. I'm going to go do some work, and I'm going to drink some water too. I'm a little bit dry right now, and I'm starting now to stumble because I'm getting deliriously dehydrated. Sitting here in the sun is a lot warmer than I thought. So big time thank you to our awesome anonymous supporters and everybody else who's donated that isn't anonymous. So I'm speechless with this support. Thank you so much. Honestly, big time, sincere. Not joking around either. I really, really appreciate this help to make this happen. It's going to be so exciting this winter. And it's going to allow us to do some really neat things next spring. Hatching. There's so much going to... It's really exciting. It's amazing how this... I don't plan this out, guys. The show, it's sort of just... It's an evolutionary process of how it unfolds. And I just go with it. And I'm so glad you guys are here to enjoy it and experience it with me. Because I never thought the Duck Adventure would turn into this. And it's turned into something pretty awesome. So thanks a lot, everyone.